Hey YouTube. So I wanted to make this video because I've been putting it off for a long time. Basically, this is me putting it out there into the world publicly, even if this only gets 10 views or 0 views or whatever. This is a public sign for me declaring that, I have these goals and I have these goals in my life that I want to accomplish and that I feel called to accomplish by God. And I think that um, there's like a calling on my life that I'm destined or I'm called to be a certain thing. I have this vision of myself in my head, and I've been putting it off for a while because it requires hard work, requires sacrifice, requires discipline. And out of my laziness in a way, I'm just at a point where I'm tired of not working towards the person that God has called me to be. Um, and that person is someone who is disciplined, who is a provider, who is hardworking, who's confident, and who is, I guess, achieving the Lord's will for my life. Um, I don't think God calls us to be mediocre or average in any way, um, especially not for myself. So I have some goals that I'm going to share. I'm going to post this. So the first one is to be debt-free by April of 2025. So whenever my wife and I are expecting our first child. We have a car loan, I have taxes that need to be paid, and we had a little bit of consumer debt. It all totaled over $35,000, but we already knocked out the consumer debt, or I guess I should specify the credit cards. We had like a couple thousand on credit cards. Knocked those out. I am working on our emergency fund right now, mainly for our son. We have a separate emergency fund for him, so working on that, $5,000. After that, we're gonna start tackling the taxes and the car. So I'm just gonna call it January 1st that this video is. It's New Year's Eve right now. This is not because of the New Year's resolution or anything like that. It just happened to fall on this time of the year. But there's a few things that I did want to add towards the end. This is my temporary setup right here. Some of the things that I'm doing is, including in my daily routine now, is a planner where basically I kind of like reflect, put my goals for the day, the habits, for example, what I'm actually doing. And this is also me trying to be as transparent as possible. What I'm actually doing to make money right now is mainly on TikTok, doing TikTok shop, and also Amazon review videos. So my goals today, I'll just open up for today. It consists of 3 hours of doing like engagement activity to grow an account, a TikTok account. Post 10 times on the accounts that I do have. I have 2 accounts, so 10 times on each account. And then go live for 30 minutes promoting a Valentine's Day product. So I'm trying to get that up there. And then that's it for like actual work today. And then I have like working out, taking Oakley on a walk, and some other things. So I just wanted to share the quote that has been in my life for years, The Man in the Arena, if you know it. It's basically by Theodore Roosevelt. I don't know the exact reason in history of why he said it. I believe it was a time of war. But it goes like this. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. So that's kind of the quote that I have up in a few different places. I have it just printed out. I also have it in a frame right there. And then I also added on this paper, go and fulfill your purpose. Live up to your greatest potential. Let the burning desire to achieve greatness and fulfill the Lord's will radically consume you. Enjoy every day and live each day like it's your last, because one of these days you're going to be right. I guess I'll also put it out there. Obviously, this is, if I ever feel like God's calling me to change this, to be a little different or something, that, you know, I'm going to listen to what I feel like God's telling me. And I do believe that being debt-free is biblical. He says it, the borrower is slave to the lender, and a few different things. Which one of you intends to build a tower but doesn't first calculate the costs? And of course, there's a bunch of proverbs and just how wealth is portrayed in the Bible about, you know, the wise versus the fool. The good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, not just of character, but also money as well. So I'm doing these things, and I'm specifically putting it out there because I'm tired of living a life where I kind of feel like I am two different people. If this makes any sense, I'm sure everybody feels this way at some point in their life, but this is who I want to be, and I don't want to hide it. I think that I am called to share, you know, and be bold in my faith, be bold with taking a different path in life. Not everybody's trying to radically pay off their debt when they're 21, or get out of debt if you have debt, you know, or set yourselves up for financial freedom, financial independence in their 20s. But I do want to retire early. I want to live a life where my wife can stay at home with the kids, and I want to be the main provider. And I feel like God has called me to do that. So this is my first video. There's no edits. There's no fancy cuts. I don't expect this to get a lot of views, and I don't care if it does or not. This is for me to look back on whenever, come April in 4 months, whenever I have all the debt paid off, $5,000 saved for our son, and all my taxes paid, that I can look back and say, I was confident from the beginning that I could do it. I set a plan, I worked the plan, and I achieved the plan, so that I can look back whenever later on in life, whenever we have other problems that arise or challenges in our life, or for our son to look at, or for our other children, any other children that we have, to look at this video and say, Dad was confident enough to put this out there into the world, or, you know, whoever that person is to me, or if this is myself looking at it, that I'm confident enough to put this out there, knowing that I'm confident in myself. I'm going to be disciplined and work hard to make these goals happen, and not just live this different lifestyle where I say I want these great things for my life, but I don't actually put in the work for it, or I am not disciplined enough to face these challenges. Like, it's very easy to ignore debt. It's very easy to ignore God's call for your life, you know, putting yourself on camera, for example, something I feel called to do, but I'm not the most outgoing person. I'm not the most high energy person. So I feel like that's excuses that I've had in the past and still currently that I let hold myself back. So that's going to be it for this. I am writing a little bit of affirmations. Just, I will be debt free by April 2025 and earn the life you desire. I am fully into this. I have Earn the Life You Desire painted on my garage wall along with the debts, a debt list, and I've scratched off 2 of them and the steps that it takes to get there. So that's gonna be it. I don't want to keep on rambling. Maybe I'll post another video soon. Maybe I won't. Maybe it'll be April. But I intend to do this and continue at least documenting my journey towards financial freedom and just my life in general and lessons that I learned along the way. So thank you for watching, and God bless.